research, you can do the research yourself. But hey, if you want to save time, right? If you really want to save time, talk to the financial experts, right? Those people like me that have the licenses and certifications that have gone and done the research for you, right? And can bring you, do a financial analysis with you, sit down and really talk in depth, right? Of, hey, what are your financial goals? What is it that you want to be able to do? What do you want to protect, right? When it comes to your family, your assets, and of course your income as well, right? And how do you want to protect them? How do you want your money to grow, right? Some things you can do is just set up those consultations, set up those consultations with with those experts, right? I mean, a big thing you're gonna, again, you mentioned SGLI, right? SGLI isn't, you have it while you're active, but at the same time, a lot of times it's not even enough to cover our basic income that we would be losing in the military. So a lot, you want, even while you're still in and you're covered with SGLI and you have TSP program, right? You wanna get your financial analysis done and see what you actually really really need in coverage, right, for life insurance. So you want to get that done, right? And then you want to see what other options there are for you to set yourself up financially, right? Because hey, it's not, SGLI and TSP is not the only thing available to us, right? There's definitely many more things out there, and you want to be as educated as you possibly can, um, about them so that you can make an educated decision, right? And be empowered by it. And that's one of my main things. I want to empower my clients as well, empower my clients to make those decisions, be more aware, be more educated, so that they can make the best decision that is for them.
All right, now I got a couple questions because, I've always been in the um, service industry, or I've always been in sales. And like, if I go to a car dealership, and like, say, if I'm going to go buy a Toyota, I ask to see the salesman's car keys, and if they're
Hmm.
not if they're not buying a Toyota, I will not buy a car from them. I'll go on to somebody else. So tell us what you personally invest in, what you personally have, and what you do for your financial life.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta, it's good to talk the talk, but you gotta walk the walk, right?
Yep.
You have to, whenever you're selling something, you have to believe in your product, and you have to have something for yourself as well, right?
Yep.
It only makes sense. It only makes sense. So for me, right, I mean, for me, I've got a few investments in the stock market, right? I do that, some real estate as well, and for me as a life insurance agent, financial service professional, of course, it's very important that I myself and my family are protected. So what I have set up for me is a max funded index universal life, right? Rather than just having a Roth IRA or the TSP that I had, I actually have what's known as, Doug Andrew, an expert in the field, right? Is a tax strategist. He's got several books that he's written out. That's Doug Andrew. He's coined the term the laser fund, right? Liquid assets safely earning returns, right? Or otherwise known as a max funded index universal life, or the life insurance retirement plan, right? So that is what I have set up, and that I actually have that set up for both, for me, right? Myself, my wife, and my son, right? Because there's just so many advantages to it, right? When it comes to the financial future, what you get, right? And how it can grow and build.
Now, a lot of people, they talk about whole life, and then there's, we have total opposite ends of spectrums. I mean, I try to be as educated as I can. There's the thought process of whole life, and
Hmm.
then there's the thought process of, buy term and invest the difference. So, what are your thoughts on, difference between whole life and term?
My thoughts on those, I mean, I do all three, right? I do term, whole life, and index universal life, right? Universal life. So it's really just up to explaining all of the products, right? Finding out what the goals of the individual person is for them and their family, right? And then presenting which one could be best for them, right? I can't really tell somebody to do a certain thing, but I can make suggestions, and based on the education that I bring to them and the different benefits that each product has, they can make that decision for themselves on what they want to do and how they actually want to build their financial foundation
Uh,
and move forward from there.
I love that, brother. Now, it, do you offer like any kind of um, 15-minute talk to a veteran if they want to get in touch with you or anything like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of the consultations I do is free. Again, very education based, just to be able to get you some information, and then later down the line, we can talk further, right? 15 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour or more.
Okay.
I love to teach and instruct, so sometimes I may spend a good deal amount of time with anybody just getting their foundation right.
So then, how do we find you? How do we get in touch with you?
You can go on my website, heroesfinancialgroup.com. I'm on all the just about every social media platform. I've got the Heroes Financial Group business page. I'm on LinkedIn, and then I'm actually on Instagram as well on tobinshort.finance.
All right, I love that. Now, last question I ask everybody: um, if I ask the average person to do something in 7 days, they're pretty much never going to get to it. But if I say, Tobin, I want you to do something in the next 7 days, I mean, next 24 hours, you're more likely to take that actionable step. If you know somebody that's struggling financially, what is something they can do in the next 24 hours to start to right the ship?
Something they can do in the next 24 hours. If they're struggling financially.
Yep.
In the next 24 hours, I would suggest really getting a hold of your budget, right? Um, and if you need help with that in analyzing, where your financial leaks are, that is again something that I and my team do, right? We do what's called a financial lifestyle analysis, right? And where we've got a whole document and kind of figure out your budget, figure out where it is that you are your financial leaks, again, where you're losing that money, and how we can fix that. Maybe it's the daily Starbucks, right? But we're able to find that. So if you are in need of something like that, you can always get in touch with me so that we can set that up with you. um, and then really just get to saving, at least trying to get to 10% a day if you can.
Okay. Well, I love that, guys. Check him out. And he's got some amazing stuff. You definitely need to check out his website. I've been on it, and it's very informative, and it's very easy to use, very easy to manipulate. Guys, make sure that you're following the show. Make sure that you are sharing the show, because there's other people out there that are struggling financially that this gentleman is willing to take help and actually sit down, talk to you for 15, 30 minutes just to help your family get back on strong financial footing. Tobin, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with
Mhm.
us today. And I appreciate you. I consider you a friend and a family member. And if there's anything I can ever do, please let me know.
Absolutely, Richard. Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me.
All right, brother. Well, God bless you and thank you. And this will be out in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be out up. It's going to be out to over 700,000 people are going to see or listen to this. So hopefully we'll be able to help a lot of people.